Leiba, I'm Not Yelling, A Black Woman's Guide to Navigating the Workplace. In I'm Not Yelling, A Black Woman's Guide to Navigating the Workplace, Leiba unveils a powerful narrative of self-discovery and empowerment tailored for Black women grappling with the complexities of the modern workplace. Dive into the journey of finding and wielding your authentic voice, even when systemic bias and prejudice cloud the path. Leiba shares personal stories of overcoming societal constraints and unlocking true potential, encouraging readers to reflect on their own narratives. The book tackles significant issues like imposter syndrome reframed as imposter treatment, microaggressions, and the pervasive need to code switch, while offering affirmations and practical advice to build resilience and confidence. Aimed at fostering not only individual growth but also paving the way for future generations, this guide inspires Black women to rise to leadership, mentorship, and entrepreneurship, transforming the professional landscape one bold step at a time.
Embrace your authentic story. Claim your voice, because one's past shapes the journey ahead. The wisdom of Maya Angelou reverberates through the lives of those, like many Black women, who have yet to explore and own their narratives fully. Many have been sidetracked, caught in life, bypassing the profound task of self-discovery. This journey was pivotal for Leiba, a woman attempting to step into her true self, initially unclear of her authentic identity. She was more than just boxes ticked off, a British-born, American-raised, higher education expert. The real question was, who lay beneath the polished facade? Leiba's socially conforming exterior neglected her vibrant inner child, who was stifled during her college years. It glossed over a distressing episode of being wrongly accused of theft at 19 for a trivial item, a pack of batteries. Her narrative was further complicated by numerous struggles: 3 master's degrees earned through toil and sweat, overtime hours taken for granted, and battles with depression. These were the real strands of her life, untidy but genuine. During the pandemic, she finally interlaced these elements into her life story, unearthing her true confidence and creativity. In reclaiming her voice, Leiba also faced disbelief from some quarters. Yet, she welcomed the newfound opportunities and connections that her unfiltered authenticity attracted: coverage in major publications like the New York Times and Forbes, speaking opportunities, and even her own podcast. She understood that she needed to be in environments where respect was mutual and abundant. If you're looking to follow in Leiba's footsteps and embrace your full self, start by reflecting on your essence and aspirations. Dig into questions like what your childhood dreams were, the influential figures of your youth, and the amount of your story you're ready to reveal. Strategize how your voice can amplify your reach and consider the legacy you wish to leave. Enhance this journey with affirmations, reminding yourself of your strength, pride, and narrative significance. I release limiting beliefs of my past, or my voice is powerful. Ultimately, respecting your story and voice is not just a self-indulgence, it's a liberation. Maya Angelou herself captured this by saying that nothing is more painful than holding on to an untold tale. So, give yourself the permission to share your story and to honor the voice that carries it. Reshaping corporate norms. Challenge the toxicity of imposter treatment and microaggressions head-on. As workers trickled back into offices post-pandemic, just 3% of Black professionals made that return, a telling sign of deep-rooted workplace issues. The remote work era offered relief from the pervasive prejudices embedded in corporate America, but it also highlighted 2 crippling factors: imposter syndrome and microaggressions. For Leiba, a pivotal conversation redefined her understanding of these experiences. When confiding her feelings of being an imposter to a peer, she was enlightened to the reality that it wasn't self-doubt she experienced, but rather imposter treatment imposed by others' perceptions. This revelation is significant. It highlights how essential it is to distinguish between internalized self-doubt and external judgment. This shift in perspective opens a pathway to view microaggressions similarly. Black women often endure these subtle indignities, which range from being talked over to facing unwarranted scrutiny. These microaggressions lead to questioning their own sense of what is right, with gaslighting as a painful reality. Such interactions, left unchecked, erode one's confidence and worth, leading to severe mental health impacts like anxiety and depression. When Leiba realized the devastating effects of these behaviors, she vowed to confront them whenever they appeared. Her resolve, though initially awkward, gradually altered the atmosphere at her workplace. By steadfastly addressing these actions, she communicated a clear boundary: such conduct finds no acceptance here. Reflect on these realities before embarking on the mission to dismantle imposter treatment and microaggressions. Consider when and how these issues arise and the effects they have on you. Identify trustworthy colleagues or managers who can be part of your support network. To bolster your resolve, try reaffirming your rightful place and value in all spaces, demanding respect for your voice, and rejecting inappropriate actions. Such affirmations are powerful tools in maintaining your stance against injustice. Remember, your courage not only transforms your environment but also paves the way for future Black businesswomen. You play a vital role in cultivating a corporate culture that embraces respect and equality. It's a legacy of positive change, crafting a workplace future where everyone is valued for their true worth. Embracing authentic identity. Imagine starting your day with a ritual that feels more like an exhausting performance than self-care. That was Leiba's world, where her mornings were dictated by the need to straighten her hair into unnatural submission. This wasn't just vanity, it was survival. Many Black women in America know this story all too well, as they navigate between dialects and personas to fit into different worlds. It's not just about language, it's about managing every gesture, every facial expression, and every piece of clothing. This practice, termed code switching, extends beyond speech to an exhausting regimen of self-presentation. For countless Black women, adapting to predominantly white corporate environments means curbing their natural expressiveness and adopting a uniform appearance. But this adaptation carries a heavy toll, psychologically and emotionally. It asks the impossible: to hide or alter fundamental aspects of who they are. Leiba felt this burden firsthand, as she saw her vibrant personality blend into a sea of monotonous expectations, and her natural hair endure years of damaging treatment. The turning point came when she decided to shed this armor of conformity. In every setting, Leiba allowed her true self to shine through, with her afro and brightly colored accessories becoming symbols of liberation rather than liabilities. She embraced her full spectrum of self-expression, celebrating it as a source of strength rather than something to be subdued. The journey toward authentic self-expression can be daunting, particularly in environments that resist change. But Leiba learned that validating her true identity brought profound relief and contentment, outweighing any perceived risks. Her story challenges the rationale for code switching and image management as prerequisites for success, urging us to question the perceived advantages of such conformity. As you reflect on your own experiences, consider the cost of reshaping your identity to meet societal expectations. Reclaiming your authentic self isn't just a personal victory, it paves the way for others to do the same. When Leiba embraced her natural beauty and assertive spirit, it wasn't just an act of defiance, it was a powerful declaration that conformity is not the price of acceptance. Celebrate your individuality with affirmations. Remind yourself that your authentic self is a gift, your hair a crown, and your presence, a legacy. Step forward as your true self, knowing that each act of authenticity lays the groundwork for a more inclusive future. Building your own table. Envision yourself sitting at the head of the table you've pursued for years, only to discover it's not what you envisioned. This was Leiba's experience after nearly 2 decades of chasing her corporate dream. Instead of the anticipated recognition and reward, she found an emptiness that urged her to create her own path. This awakening isn't unique. From 2014 to 2019, businesses owned by Black women surged by 50%, a hint of the entrepreneurial wave that gained momentum during and beyond the COVID-19 pandemic. Many, like Leiba, grew tired of merely participating in corporate landscapes. The aspiration to build something of their own replaced gratitude for being part of existing structures. Yet, some individuals continue to thrive by carving out their niches within traditional workplaces. In Leiba's dialogue with successful individuals, one pattern emerged: their rise to leadership oftentimes involved guidance from mentors. Positioning yourself as a leader, whether by crafting your own enterprise or leading at the helm of another, can be both rewarding and lucrative. Research by the Black Girl Ventures Foundation illustrates that Black women with mentors earn significantly higher salaries, up to $82,000 compared to $60,000 without mentorship in similar roles. Reflect on your career trajectory. Are you headed toward your professional aspirations? Do you have a mentor? What table do you aim to lead? Consider becoming a mentor yourself, thus enriching the path for others. To embolden your journey, place affirmations like, "My truth is my power," at your workspace, serving as reminders of your inherent greatness. These affirmations are not mere words, they represent your reality and potential for profound achievement.
Elizabeth Leiba's guide leaves readers with a compelling message. Embracing your entire self is not just a personal triumph, but a revolutionary act that reverberates through the professional world. By shedding the confines of code switching and challenging microaggressions, Black women can foster a healthier work environment rich in authenticity and respect. Leiba emphasizes the need for mentorship and leadership, encouraging women to claim their space or create new ones if necessary. The comprehensive approach to self-empowerment ensures not only that Black women thrive today but also sets a foundation for those who follow. With inspiring affirmations and thought-provoking reflections, "I'm Not Yelling" catalyzes a transformation, challenging the status quo, celebrating the unique strengths of Black women, and moving towards a future where their voices are amplified and honored in every professional setting.